I love technology. It's the greatest. Recorded this video, uploaded it, watched it back before I published it, and well, audio got fucked up. So we're doing it again. But it's not looking good for TikTok here. As well, we all know they filed an appeal, and the Supreme Court was looking through the appeal here yesterday, and yeah, it not looking good. Yeah, no, it not looking good. I think TikTok's going bye-bye. What is it? January 11th, and the ban is in, what, 8-9 days? Yeah, it's not looking good. We got an article here from CNET.com that's going to give some more information and context on what exactly is going on. The U.S. Supreme Court on Friday appeared to be leaning towards upholding a law that could see TikTok go dark later this month if the service isn't sold to a buyer deemed fit by U.S. officials. Meaning, if it isn't sold to an U.S. tech company deemed fit by U.S. officials, pretty much. Lawyers for the popular social media platform argued it. Sorry, I can't English. Lawyers for the popular social media platform argued in front of the nation's highest court that banning TikTok would infringe on the First Amendment rights of a U.S. company and its 170 million active American users. Basically, they're talking about the simpletons and the idiots who decided to start their business through a Chinese spyware app that's been proven to be a Chinese spyware app. You know, the external TikTok browser that has been proven to keylog people's passwords, sensitive information, and all that. See, TikTok has an external browser, and it has been proven that anything you type in the browser, no matter what it is, no matter what web page you visit within that browser, anytime you type a password, username, you type out whatever, it keylogs it, and it sends it back to the CCP. Simple. Because people don't realize TikTok is a Chinese weapon used to help further China's technological advancement and technological advancement AI in the world. China wants to be number one in everything. You know how they always say China number one. China number one. Well, motherfucker, they say that for a reason. Because it's true. China wants to be number one in everything, no matter what it is. Their dictator of a fucking leader literally wants to seek world domination. Okay? And the reason why TikTok is fighting so hard to not have this application banned in America, it's because China knows that there goes a huge part in their technological advancement of being number one. Okay, because, I mean, you've seen the degeneracy the app has created. You've seen the things people will do for clout. China's clearly using this app to dumb down people so they can control them and gain global world domination. It may sound crazy, it may sound stupid, but if people did their research, it's the truth. It's the truth. Think about why China wants to take over Taiwan. You know? They want that world domination, and they got to start somewhere. You know? So if China isn't harvesting data here in America and throughout the world, then that's a problem. All right? What people don't realize, again, is this isn't about First Amendment rights or anything like that. It's, again, to protect the Chinese Communist Party, CCP, and their data collecting ways. The parent company ByteDance, again, has also been proven to do shady things with Chinese residents' data. A company that has been known to do shady things with people's data An application that has literally also been proven to screenshot what you're doing while using the app. People, TikTok is not a social media platform. It's an application used to gain control over people throughout the world by China. It's China's way of gaining control through the internet. Again, they want world domination over everything. And if you don't believe me, go to China for yourself and look at the barbaric ways their country lives. No freedom of speech. Everything is controlled from top to bottom. There's cameras that line the streets collecting your facial information. China is the most invasive country in the world. And they are the most corrupt, evil, dystopian country in the world. Cancel me all you want, but at the end of the day, I'm speaking factual information. President Xi Jinping, Winnie the Pooh, he ain't for the people of China. He ain't for anyone but himself and his rich buddies. All he wants to do is have the world in his hands. And he knows if, again, he loses TikTok and it's banned here in America, there goes the upper hand. China loses a big upper hand on America in technology. Article goes on to read, in his opening statement to the court, TikTok lawyer Noel Francisco said, whether you call the law a diverse... Oh my God, I can't read. Mosh can't read! Whether you call the law a divestiture or a ban, one thing is clear. It is a burden on TikTok speech, so the First Amendment applies. You mean it's a burden on your ability to collect the American people's data and pose a threat to the American security? Again, buddy, you're defending a country who doesn't know what free speech is. You're defending a company that supports a country that doesn't even have freedom of speech in their own country. China is one of the most controlled countries on earth. There's no freedom. There's no freedom of speech. There's no freedom of nothing. Once you live in China, you instantly become a Chinese puppet. All of your freedoms are gone. You give everything you own, your life, your soul, your everything, to the Chinese government as soon as you become a Chinese citizen. It's how the country works. There is no freedom. So, before saying that this is an infringement upon free speech, maybe look at your own country, okay? Maybe look at China, the country you're defending. They don't have a lick or damn fucking idea of what free speech is. Okay? So again, before saying that we are violating TikTok's First Amendment rights, first off, motherfucker, TikTok don't have no First Amendment rights. Sorry, but the U.S. Constitution does not apply to a Chinese spyware app. That has been proven to be a spyware app. That, again, has been proven to keylog everything you type within its external browser. If that's not an attempt to harvest data, then I don't know what is. Right? Some shit on the screen. The algorithm and the degeneracy the application advertises. Again, TikTok is doing whatever they can to dumb down people in other countries so they can get a grasp on the world. Because China knows if people are stupid, brainless idiots with short attention spans glued to TikTok consistently scrolling, they got a grab on anyone, motherfucker. They could do anything they want technologically. So, no, the First Amendment does not apply. Article goes on to read, but the justices seemed more on board with the government's argument that the case isn't about free speech because it's not. Because it's not. That's what it's about. Because the law doesn't require TikTok to shut down or regulate what can be said on the platform. It just mandates that TikTok be sold. And they don't want to do that. U.S. Solicitor General Elizabeth Prelogar, whatever the fuck that name is, told the justices that the law doesn't regulate what's said on the platform or the algorithm used by TikTok to feed American users content, but instead tries to surgically remove a foreign adversary. Friday's oral arguments, which lasted more than 2 hours, marked the beginning of the end of TikTok's legal battle against the U.S. government. It is unclear when the Supreme Court will issue a ruling, but under the law, TikTok faces a January 19th sale deadline. It is also possible the court could issue a stay, putting the law temporarily on hold until President-elect Donald Trump takes office just a day later on January 20th, which would be stupid to do. That would also further prove that China's got connections with Donald, and Trump's like, oh no, I got you. I got you. Don't you worry. I'll continue to feed you more U.S. data. Don't worry. I got you. Like, again, this is what we're dealing with here, people. Article goes on to read, during Francisco's arguments, the justices asks many questions about the relationship between TikTok and the U.S. company and its China-based parent company ByteDance, which again has been proven to do shady things with other people's data. Specifically, what the risk of covert content manipulation is and what exactly means. For the purposes of hearing the phrase referred to the potential for politically motivated actors to adjust TikTok's algorithms to change videos users are seeing, which it's clear that they're doing. Okay. I've heard from people that you see a lot more pro-Chinese propaganda, and, you know, anything that's anti-China is censored and pushed away into the algorithm. Article goes on to read, lawmakers on both sides of the aisle have long worried that the Chinese government could use TikTok to collect which they are, to collect massive amounts of data about the American population and also manipulate the beliefs of Americans for its own benefit through the kinds of content TikTok sends them. It already is. It already is. They are brainwashing people into defending TikTok so fucking hard. The amount of brainwashed, brain-dead people defending TikTok who don't know what they're defending is crazy. That's how powerful the Chinese Communist Party has through TikTok and their power of manipulating people in other countries. It's already happening. It's already taking effect. Like the whole TikTok algorithm, it's nothing but that. Nothing but and Chinese propaganda. Brainwashing American citizens into believing that, no, TikTok good. We're not harvesting your data when, again, it's literally been proven, and I'm gonna keep saying this every time I make a video about this because it's the fucking truth that no one seems to fucking get. It has literally been proven within their external fucking browser that the application keylogs everything you are typing. Why are we defending an application that is openly keylogging and screenshotting people's information? Common sense, people. Like, come on. Article also goes on to read, in her arguments, Prolonger said, nobody disputes that China has long sought to collect massive amounts of data about Americans, pointing to the country's involvement in the breach of Office of Personnel Management, which exposed the personal information of millions of federal workers through teenage TikTok use. Excuse me, can't read. Though teenage TikTok users may seem unimportant now, they could grow up to be military or government officials, she said. The more Chinese government can find out about them now, the more at risk they could be years down the road, which is the truth. Again, not wrong. Not wrong at all. And again, that's what people don't realize is the Chinese Communist Party, China and Winnie the fucking Pooh, are starting early to brainwash America's future senators and governors into believing that China good. No, China bad. They've always been bad. The people that are defending this Chinese spyware need to wake the fuck up. They need to wake up. Article goes on to read as well. One or more notable moments from the hearing was when Prolonger argued that ByteDance would use the social media platform to sow discord among Americans and distract them from Chinese manipulation, to which Chief Justice John Roberts replied, ByteDance might be, though TikTok is trying to get Americans to argue with each other. If they do, I say they're winning, which he's not wrong. He's not wrong at all. So what happens next with TikTok? The next step is for the court to deliberate and then ultimately rule on the case. If the Supreme Court decides the law does violate the First Amendment, the court could strike it down. If the court finds the law does not conflict with the First Amendment and upholds it, TikTok would have only a few days to find a U.S. buyer for the app to comply with the January 19th deadline. The deadline is also the day before Trump is set to be inaugurated. The president-elect recently signaled that he is no longer opposed to a TikTok ban, a stark reversal from his stance during his first term last week. Well, of course, I mean, that's what happens when the guy is a Chinese and Russian spy and is working with China, you know, the country he claims to secretly, well, the country he claims to hate so much but secretly fucking loves. They didn't take a side, but instead asked the court to delay the ban to give Trump time to come up with a political resolution. Yeah, see, they're trying to work through Trump because they know Trump will give them what they want. That's what they're doing. Though the brief didn't offer any concrete details on what that would look like, either way, Trump won't be able to do anything until he's inaugurated as president on the 20th, so there could be a period of service blackout. They don't have time. They can't wait for Trump. I'm sorry, but waiting for Trump is off the table. The ban goes in effect the day before he takes office. And by the sounds of it, U.S. Supreme Court has made up their mind. App's banned. It's over. It's done. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is all I got for you guys for now. Again, I had this video ready to go. Let me just make sure. There we go. Yep, we're good. Anyways, that is all I have. Again, I'm trying to keep the second channel as active as possible, uploading like 2 to 3 videos a week. I don't want to flood it with try not to laughs and reaction slop content, because I have a feeling that's what also killed the old second channel. So, trying to balance it out. But anyways, ladies and gents, boys and girls, that's all I got for this video. I'll see you on the next one.